This is a Headgum podcast.
Welcome to The Downside. I'm here with my co-host, Russell Daniels.
Hi, Gianmarco.
And legendary comedian, Roy Wood Jr. Hey, Roy.
How y'all doing?
Oh, I did Barry's boot camp today. You know Barry's boot camp?
Is that some exercise shit?
Yeah. Half treadmill, half floor, back, forth.
What do you mean floor?
It's like a little elevated station. You get weights. Today was arms and abs. So you do 10 minutes on the treadmill, 10 minutes moves there.
Is someone telling you what to do on the floor?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like you could lie down.
It's freestyle.
Wait, who the fuck is Barry?
I don't know. I've never met Barry.
You never.
So why are you doing his?
Yeah, why do you trust
how's
him
he telling
so
you what
much?
to do?
I'm getting ready for it's called Spartan race. I'm doing a 10K with obstacles in between.
Is that the tough mutter?
Yeah, it's a little bit more playful.
Where?
Somewhere in New York. Some like a 2-hour drive from New York.
Why?
Somewhere where you live. Because it's fun. It's fun to have a physical challenge. I wasn't in shape as a lad, and so I like to.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What?
It makes running more entertaining because you're jumping over obstacles and mud and.
But it's also the thing you get hurt at. It's like the thing. It's the thing where you pick up a boulder, and that's when you get injured.
Are there people like coming out?
Yeah.
Gladiators, like coming out.
Yeah,
like,
gladiators.
No, like coming out to like
Yeah, to encourage you, and they have snacks. And it's like a whole.
Not to like.
Does that not like scare you? Like as a comic, like on some injury type shit as it relates to your career?
It does, and I when I reach an obstacle that looks a little bit scary, I go, okay, take your time. But yes, this is the thing. I would break my fucking ankle and be so fucking mad.
And then the next day you're gonna get an offer for some shit that requires walking, and you're gonna be like, "Fuck me,
Sure.
Yeah, fucking." Sean Connery wants you to be in The Rock too.
That'd be incredible.
He's still alive, right?
No, he's dead.
Right.
But no, I mean, with AI, anyone can be alive.
I've seen comics hobble to the stage on crutches, and I'm so like leg injury and voice. Those are the two fears. And I've lost my voice before.
I remember that. Wild.
Yeah. That's still on YouTube somewhere. The congressional correspondent. It's like the AA ball for the correspondence dinner.
Yeah.
If you do well there, you get the call up to the big game. No voice.
Do you ever see this?
Oh no!
But you did it. But it was. I mean, God.
Here's how it happened. Here's how I pulled it off. There's a voice doctor. He's since retired, but he only fixes Broadway, only Broadway motherfuckers go to him. And you fucking, no insurance covers it. You just go to him. Here's this oil. Here's this thing to drink. Here's these 2 pills. Here's these 3 steroids. And based on what time you need to start talking, he reverse engineers the regimen. And I'd be damned if that motherfucker wasn't right. He goes, take this, and this. If you're on stage at 8:02, your contract is for 30 minutes. You should have a 45-minute window to sound remotely verbal.
Yeah.
And I'd be damned if at minute 46, my shit.
That's
Did he say, listen, you can only do this once a year, or like?
Yeah, he's like don't abuse this. Yeah, don't take steroids on the regular.
No, you can't.
But it was 1,000. It was a
powers.
ton of steroids.
Well, now I'm nervous.
No, I'm not here to scare you.
No,
I
you're
applaud
right.
it. It's man, we used to play in a softball league at Daily Show, and Hassan Minhaj one day is out there, and I played baseball enough growing up that I learned for any rec league shit, play the outfield. Let crew play the infield. Because you're getting hit with laser beams. Everybody's throwing the ball at you. You can get shotgun. I'm going to the outfield. I have to be on TV tomorrow. And fucking Hassan comes out there one day and plays third base. Literally called the hot corner. And I'm like talking to him between innings.
Too good looking. What are you doing?
Hey, man, are you sure you?
Yeah.
Come play left center field. Bro, it's great. Everything's fine. And it ended up being fine, but I was so fucking paranoid for him the entire time we're playing. And I'm like, you can't lose a tooth because you're playing fucking BuzzFeed
Yeah.
in Tuesday night softball. I'm like, not going to be me, man. Better you
I
than
think
me.
I had a doctor where I was thinking, like, I have like a little mole here. I was saying something about like if I needed a surgery, and I had to be like, it's important that my face, that I time this with. I was like, I'm on TV.
Bro, I have sleep apnea, right? Mm-hmm. And they gave me, I do all the scans and the sleep studies and whatever. What they basically come down to, all right, you can wear a CPAP machine, whatever. But if you want, there's a procedure where we break your jaw. We make 2 clean breaks in your mandible, in your jawline.
No.
And extend your bottom jaw half an inch. Because physiologically speaking, I have more tongue than space for my tongue in my oral cavity. So when I lay down, tongue to the back of the throat, unless I do other trick shit to keep that from happening.
Yeah.
But we can fix this by breaking your shit,
That's
bringing it forward a quarter to a half an inch, screws, plates, let the new bone grow in the dead space, then take the screw plates out. These are like every period is a new procedure every 3 months. And you will have more space. But now, with the initial jaw break, you cannot talk for 6 weeks. Because the bones got to set. You can't whisper. Don't fucking move for 6 weeks. Also, because of the change, there may be a change in your vocal sound.
Could be better?
Or
what about aesthetically? Did they say this is what?
remember Julian?
Different jawline. So now your face. Do I still look comedically
I
funny
feel like that's
with
what
my
all those
rounded
guys are
face?
doing now. Or maybe you'd be like, what if you got it and then the Daily Show said, hey, you want to host?
Yes. Yes.
You'd be like, fuck.
6
I think
weeks.
about that with my deviated septum. I have a deviated septum, and we realized in my singing teacher that it affects the singing. And I'm like, if I fix this, who knows? Or will I sound different and everyone go, what's this new?
And all of my comedy is based on octaves and changes and inflections and
Yeah.
and I don't know if a quarter-inch change to my fucking jawbone is gonna ruin
Or it
that.
could be the best fucking thing that ever happened to you.
Yeah, I mean, but guaranteed I sleep better and probably live longer for my child. But
Would you get as big a laugh?
what if I don't? What if I don't make enough money and I miss the window? What if Sean Connery called me to be in The Rock too while I got the jawbone plate screws in my shit, man? So I didn't do it, man. But yeah, my point is, once you make a certain level of money, there's all types of healthcare shit that they never tell you about, that they don't even offer to you when they know you don't have it, which I think is fucked up. Because no one told me about, like 10, 15 years ago when I first was like doing sleep studies, they were just like, here's your machine.
That's what they should do. Because since I went to college for musical theater, they should have been like, okay, so freshman year, you got no bookings going on. Let's get to the doctors. Let's take care of all the medical things you need right now before we enter the workspace. I'd love to be in charge of that curriculum. Assign plastic surgery, vocal fixes.
Yeah, but I think it's important to know, because even if I can't afford it, my son, we're able to catch that genetic defect or whatever you want to call it. There's enough stuff going on where his mouth is still growing because he's 8 or 9 that he's not going to have that condition when he gets to my age now.
Yeah, you told me at 8 or 9, hey, we're going to bring you in for the
jaw break, mandible
Jaw break
What is it called when you don't have to? The elective.
Mandibular extension. I forget the whole thing, but it was like,
I had no fucking chance.
Wild, bro. But I mean, but with kids, you just put a brace. Like you already got braces, so here's another thing that's going to keep your mouth wide as your bones grow. So he never gets the jaw broken.
Yeah.
You find out, man, that throat shit threw me off. The bone shit threw me off, and then I found out later on, I have a missing molar, right?
Uh-huh.
And root canal couldn't save it. Bye-bye. And the dentist 20 years ago, it's like, yeah, we can put a bridge in, but to put a bridge in, we have to drill down the 2 teeth next to it, put crowns on those teeth, and then put a fake middle tooth between those 2 teeth. So you basically have a triple tooth toupee. Like these 2 teeth get a toupee, and then you get a fake tooth in between those 2 toupees, and boom, you've got 3 molars. And I was like, I'm not doing that. Fuck that.
Yeah.
And then you find out years later, once you've done Daily Show for a while, they're like, oh no, we can just drill a post into your existing gum line and just add a tooth on top of that post, and it fills in the gap, and your other 2 teeth are perfectly fine and unbothered. And no one told me that in 2002.
Yeah.
Because they know you're not, because no insurance is covered. It's ape shit.
Yeah.
Clearly, I still haven't done it.
Well, don't you? I mean, I don't know a lot about medicine, and I don't think I ever will. But I think about what is Trump getting that I'm not. When I had a friend who died. He had COVID. He was a comedian, and he died. And I thought about some of these. He was a big guy, but I thought of some of our unhealthier politicians that got COVID, and I was like, what did they get?
You know they got some shit.
They got all the things.
But clearly people do die. They can't. Who was the guy that died after the Trump rally?
What's his name? God.
Politician.
He ran for
black.
Yeah.
Not Herman Cain.
Was
it Herman Cain? Yeah. Herman Cain.
Ben Carson's still alive, so yeah, it was Herman Cain.
Yeah.
That's how I tell them apart. One's dead.
This is the downside.
Glasses.
1, 2, 3. Downside.
You're listening to The Downside.
The Downside.
With Gianmarco Soresi.
Welcome to The Downside. For those just tuning in, this is a place where we don't have to pretend to be positive. We can complain. We can shit talk, and it's a good bad time. Join the Patreon, patreon.com/downside. Russell left the AC on in here for 7 days, and we need that money.
Okay, listen.
Patreon.com/downside. Please join. Good to have you back, Roy.
It's been a while. What was it like about
2022. Paige wrote me, letting me know that's how long it's been.
3 years.
3 years?
3 years.
Or was it 2? Was it 3? Hold up. I wrote it down.
Well, congrats to still being on the air.
Thank you.
long.
Thank you very much. Can you imagine? God, what I would do for Trump to target us. It would send our ratings through the roof for him to try to cancel a podcast, and they'd have to explain to him there's no network.
There's no
or Headgum.
Headgum.
He goes to
They're in a
Headgum.
Headgum.
I think Headgum would fold. I gotta say, Headgum would be like, yeah, we can. Let
Okay,
this one
yeah,
go.
we'll let this one go.
Yeah, man. I mean, we've seen each other since
All the time, man.
We have.
Okay,
I'm
you
the same.
grind. You work.
I'm the same. I've been wondering. I've been doing some shit talking lately. And
Yeah. Are you
kinda,
done yet? Are you done? Fucking running through the Riyadh. Fucking. I will say,
I got a call from someone. All right, can we bleep it real quick? We'll bleep this, right? Yeah, no, not right now. I don't know why I was looking at you.
Yeah.
I'm just scared to say
the
it.
notes to bleep.
I got a call.
don't tell me who. I like not knowing.
It was actually like a good. It was a dialogue. It was a dialogue
from someone who went.
Yes.
Who?
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Tell me
We
this.
talked about
Nice.
this.
Who?
I said I couldn't. We talked later.
Okay.
But it was honestly, it felt less of like a go fuck yourself and more like a go fuck yourself. What do you mean? And I was like, well, this is why. And it was, I had to, it was weird. I'm now at a place where I'm talking to people that I've only seen on TV, and I'm talking to them as equal adults, and I have to quickly make them human as I'm speaking to them, and they're mad at me. And I have to not, I can't go, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I have to be
why talk to them?
Because I want to be challenged.
Well, then that's your kink. Like
Maybe.
It's not even about Riyadh. I'll say 2 things about the comedy festival. I have one thing to say and one question back to you. And this is where I feel like that's low, brother.
That's why I said no.
Your numbers got to be a little higher. Thing one, there's two people on that flyer who I know, and I'm not going to name names. There's two people on that flyer who I know for a fiscal fact are not as well off financially as we think they are.
Sure.
And I completely understand. As a parent who has a child to provide for, I completely understand why those two people said yes. I know it's blood money, and I know that money's funky, but you start reasoning with yourself in the paranoia as a man of not being able to provide, you'll go do some grimy shit. And I equate that no different than selling dope or some other duplicitous people are suffering because of what you did thing. The number two thing about it, and it's not just a question to you, but it's more so to the younger comics and the newer comics who have had a lot to say about it. Not so much the David Crosses and the Marons of the world. Does your feelings about them doing this festival run so deep that you would never work with these people again domestically?
No,
we talked about that. Yeah.
No,
because phone call or not, what I've learned in 27 years, you're going to see these motherfuckers.
Absolutely.
Every last one of them, sooner or later, you're going to see them. And we always remember the ones who shit talked or rubbed us the wrong way.
Of course. That's why I like where someone calls, because I go like, you want to debate this. It feels friendly in a way. It's like no, I've not like a cutoff person. I feel like we all lived through an intense era of that. Like an intense era of don't ever. I remember being at the Comedy Shop, or what was it? What would it used to be called? The Comedy Shop, the Lantern Comedy Club. Right around the corner from the cellar. And I remember people getting a text from someone, and they're like, "TJ Miller's on the lineup. They're going to take a picture with everybody at the end of this show. What do I do?" And I'm like, those questions seem so silly now.
Yeah, and for context for the people, the clubs compete. So if you play one club and the other club finds out.
Oh yeah, this was more. They were more because TJ Miller was like in his own.
Because cancel aura. You don't want to be in the picture with the canceled person.
Smiling.
Yeah.
And
how dare you be at the club when the canceled person was at the club?
So no, I don't feel like I'm in a place. First of all, I'm working so independently, hence why I think I'm shooting off at the mouth a little bit. Almost everything I do is of my own making.
Of course, you're self-made, so you've earned the right. And the fact that they want to call you speaks to the fact that you have audience and care and concern. Like, I also think that for a guy like you, it also happened at the perfect intersection of your YouTube special dropping.
Yeah.
So it's worth it if we're really playing the promo game. So yes, I will come on your program. Yes, I'll come on your. What channel are you on? Verizon Files 3,900. Yes, I would. Say yes to all of that shit, man. Because all of the what I've also learned about doing too much media. Most media people are produced by lazy people under 30 who are all going to ask you the same 5 questions, and you answer all 5 questions the same way.
Yeah.
None of it goes viral.
I know.
So you have to choose which one am I going to go off the rails on if you want these moments of righteousness or virality and stuff like that. I would just say be very careful about, as a comic, and this is where what I've sat and watched everybody who has something to say about the Riyadh Festival, where I feel like they need to be careful about, is this idea of righteous policing. Without it, I feel like you've done it with humor and to some degree of entertainment, but there's a lot of it that turns into something that feels more righteous and less entertaining. If that's what you want to do, fine, but that's a finite currency to build your career on and build a fan base on, because sooner or later, motherfuckers gonna boomerang back
for sure.
No doubt. I think there's a part of me that goes, listen, this is new in that before Riyadh, I think more about like people having Trump on their podcast. I was like, hey man, you don't want to be criticized? Don't be the power. If you're the power or going to cozy up right next to the power, That's the
comedy
whole
challenges
fucking
power.
thing.
Correct.
That's the whole fucking thing. You know, it's so it's not on me if you want to play politics and then not be critiqued like a politician. Fuck off.
I agree with that. So then, if you want to like comics to do something political, then hide behind. Oh, it's just jokes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then compared to
it's not
having
anymore.
even that's one thing, and then having the guy on, I'm like, well, now you're too. I believe in the levels of things. I even believe, obviously, in Riyadh, where it's like if someone needs money or has kids or whatever, I'm not going to blanket that whole flyer the same. You know, I'm seeing each person individually.
You know, it's interesting though. What I wish, and I feel like if we went, thinking of the fly, Schultz was there, right? Okay,
Friend of the
so
pod.
like, if we're thinking like Schultz, right, where like he's had Trump on, okay, motherfuckers also had Pete Buttigieg on. So if it's like on some right versus left, I feel like you're fine. Where
Well,
you
I
fuck
disagree.
yourself, no, but
Okay, go ahead.
Where you fuck yourself, and this is similar to Theo, who has not had, as far as I can recall, anyone as left leaning as Buttigieg on his pod.
He may have had Bernie.
Okay, then that's great. That's fucking great.
Sure.
But where you fuck yourself is when you start having a feeling of sadness and dismay about what is happening. And I think that's
Sure.
where the line, and I'm speaking now with my little stupid journalism degree, the line where a lot of people fuck up, where podcasters sometimes fuck up, is that you can have somebody political on, but then you still want to be human and have an opinion. And once you start having opinions, then the choices you have made of who you've let on open you up to those criticisms. So you're better off just having a person on, having a conversation, and then just pushing back from the table. That's a better journalistic protection for what you choose to do. So I think that's where I feel like a lot of people fuck up is you want to be journalistic in who your guests are, and you want to be balanced. But then you want to go, oh, I'm sad. Like, if you notice,
But why do
fucking
but
Lester Holt is never going to go, man, it's fucked up what's happening out there. He just reports on it.
Yes, but that's the whole thing is that I don't even think comedians should have to be balanced. I think you should be able to talk shit and be silly and dumb. And if you want to enter the world of the serious, you have new questions. You have journalistic responsibilities. Or if you're so popular and you can't deny influence. And if you look one day and you're Rogan and you go, oh fuck, for some reason I got all this influence, I guess I can't talk about medicine flippantly as I wanted to. And that's on you. That's just the consequences of success.
So then, because anything grows to a degree of success where the information people glean from it could be misused or misappropriated, then you have to raise your IQ. That like, because by that
or you go, I'm dumb about this. I'm going to be careful before I have the most extreme vaccine person on the show.
But see, that's where I feel like the flagrant guys are different from Rogan, because I feel like the flagrant guys will have serious point and then go, we're dumb, and then they do dumb joke or edgy joke, and it's like, okay, you're still around a bunch of dude bros. Whereas if you took like I don't know, give me a popular white girl podcast. I mean, the white
Ty?
women with the pink
Call her daddy?
LED.
Call her
Call her
daddy.
daddy. Okay, yeah. I don't want policy questions from them. I don't want a deeper conversation about ivermectin from them, because I know they haven't done the prep.
From
because
them specifically?
Well, from any. Don't you
From
fucking
any.
put me in a
No,
fucking
I'm just
box.
asking. You said.
Made me seem like I'm anti-white. I'm saying,
Russell, I've been taking my AG1. Have you?
I have not, because they haven't sent it yet.
Okay, well, you know what? If they accidentally send me all of it, good, because I am working through it. I'm taking it every day, and listen, days aren't enough though, because as you know, days they come hand in hand with nights, and that's why they got AGZ now. AGZ is basically AG1, but to take before bed. Gets you in the mood for a good night's sleep. It makes you feel like, listen, I may have had a couple today, whatever that couple may be for you, but I'm going to end the night right, so when I wake up, I feel refreshed and good. So check out AGZ. If you're ready to turn down the stress
and focus
we're
on the
both
rest.
going to do the copy. Let's do it at the same time.
Here we go.
If you're ready to turn
down the
if
stress.
you're ready to turn down the stress,
If you're ready to turn down the stress
and
and
focus
on the rest, head to drinkag1.com/downside to get a free frother with your first purchase of AGZ. That's drinkag1.com/downside.
Got it.
Nailed it.
Guys, I want to tell you about our newest sponsor, Incogni. We have a lot of our information out on the internet, all of us. It's too much, and people are exploiting it. There are things out there about me and my personal life that I don't talk about on stage, believe it or not. Maybe I entered it in a Neopets account. Russell, what do you have out there that needs to get removed from the internet?
Oh, little pictures of my toes.
I don't know if Incogni covers that, to be honest. We need to get our stuff off the internet so people don't exploit it, and that's what Incogni is for. You give them, ironically, your information, but they're good about it. They're going out there and making sure that it is taken off these data broker websites. They are finding all the corners of the internet, of which there are many, and getting your information removed. They'll use legal means if necessary, so you can feel safe.
Take back your personal data with Incogni. Use code Soresi at the link below and get 60% off annual plans. That's incogni.com/Soresi.
You are a podcast that has established yourself to give a fuck about these things. And then you have on a guest that has a level of give a fuck in things that you don't give a fuck about or have the knowledge of or the care and concern to prep yourself
Sure,
on.
but here's my thing, is if someone's running for office, we've talked about this before, where like if someone's running for office, they themselves, their entire existence is a political force. It is a force of power that's seeking to make decisions that have material consequences on people's physical lives. And if you engage them in any capacity when they're in that space before an election, you have entered the vortex of real consequences for even having them on. I'm not someone to be
Even
like,
if it's playful.
I'm not walking around going like, don't platform. There's a lot of people that I'll watch a podcast with. Politicians, I think the conversation around politicians and entertainment needs to be re-examined. I think we're everyone's coming. It's getting off too nicely. People are just getting there to get their press, and comedians are complicit in it. So whether you have Bernie, who's not running after the election, to me it doesn't balance out that in the moment of people making a decision that would result in people getting deported, of them building a fucking a concentration camp in Florida, XYZ, Supreme Court justices. I go, you chose to bring this on. And I don't care if you're jokey with them or you make a joke about Barron Trump getting pussy at NYU. That's fine with anybody. But if it's someone seeking power in the lead up to the vote, you have tied yourself to it. And I think one should
tie
be
myself
wary.
to it by just having them on, or the line of questioning not being, in your opinion, detailed enough to get to the bottom of policy in an effort to educate the viewer.
These journalism and comedy, I think, if they in theory should be different things. I don't think they are right now. They are right now, and that's not good.
But I feel like yes to the responsibility of who this guest is and who you're having on, right? But to figure that every place this politician goes, and now I'm just thinking, let's just think about the voter, right?
Yeah.
Every voter's not going to watch Trump on 60 Minutes. They're not going to make their decision based on how Jerika Duncan handles it at CBS News or something like that.
Yeah.
Some people, it's fucking Clinton played the sax.
That's
good enough for me.
But I think then you make politicians more about entertainment, and we, the artists, are, because we don't hold each other, or we're not being held accountable enough, we're making politics more entertainment, and then at the end of the day, you just are electing entertainers.
Yes, that's what we are.
And that's
I agree.
Bad.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But then how do you delineate that in reaching voters who do not always comprehend politics because now you're talking about literally changing how people evaluate candidates. And it always has been some goofy dumb shit. And now goofy dumb shit is more hyper dangerous because the candidates and their intentions and their policies are far more sinister than, say, 92 crime bill, which was also fucked up. But if we're comparing, you know what I mean? The idea of politician want to go somewhere fun where they are liked and being given softball questions has always been there. I don't know how we change that. It just in the last 2 elections became sinister to that degree. I mean, fucking Daily Show 2016 during the Republican convention, we still took Trump as a joke and we were having people on that was just silly and fun. I mean, we debate that shit all the time on Have I Got News. Bro, we have on right wingers. We need to get you on one of them motherfuckers.
No, I am. I'm scheduled.
No, but I'm saying who you gonna be on there with?
Steve Bannon, I hope.
That's what I'm saying. So then it becomes, why are you platforming Steve Bannon when you know what the fuck? We had Tennessee State Rep Tim Burchett on. And it's just, man, come on here and just say your piece. Say what exactly it is you feel and why you feel that way. And we crack jokes. And the dude was a pretty good sport about presenting his position. Michael Ian Black and Bomani Jones took him to the woodshed segment after segment, and he held true. And then 2 weeks later, the motherfucker went and still voted for all the bullshit. And so did we change anything? I don't know. I feel like to a degree we put a light on, you can literally see just how fake this is or see how bullshit this is. And so the idea of platform, I say that to say, I host a show where we don't necessarily take these heinous people serious. We lampoon them a little bit. Yeah. But I'm not like grilling Mike Lawler. Who literally voted against the Medicaid shit after saying on our show he was swerving that shit for an hour.
Is there a time do you ever go like,
am I complicit in the Medicaid or I don't know, because I feel like conservatives come on the show to show their base that they can go stick it to the liberals. Yeah. I feel like that's Mike Lawler's play. Like, why else would a sitting Republican say yes to the show? It's an opportunity to either flip somebody from the other side or talk shit about somebody or talk shit to somebody from the other side to their face. And so I feel like that intersection of politics and entertainment has always been there. What changed is the danger of it all, because the policies became more sinister. The suffering is more global.
But I think it's sliding into this. We're in a bad place. I think.
I agree.
It feels like a worse place. And I go, okay, so like some of the stoppers of the world have to. This is why I think back to Riyadh. Like I think I feel this frustration because I go, well, clearly it matters if another government is paying for you directly to perform. If it doesn't matter, then what does matter? Should we perform for anyone paying? Does it not matter? We let go of all standards of what it means to sell out or what it means to contribute to something artistically. And I can't buy into that nihilism, or I go, the end of that nihilism is, well, nothing fucking matters. Perform for anybody. Go perform at the Trump inauguration. You had to get the bag. Go perform for this, that, and the other. Yeah. Or do you have to, or how do you do it without standing up and going like, hey, fuck, you should feel bad for that. At the bare minimum. Yeah. You should feel like, ugh. And I don't know when it comes to like, I look at like the Daily Show legacy. I remember like feeling like where it'd be like, oh, a video. Look how you point out what a hypocrite this person was. I remember Jon Stewart destroying Tucker Carlson. What a great, you've seen that, that episode. It's incredible. And then I go, Tucker Carlson is thriving.
Yeah. And you could argue that Jon Stewart made Tucker Carlson.
I know.
That very well could have been the villain moment. It's like the fucking kid in The Incredibles who got shit on at the beginning, and then he came back. I was like, I'll fucking murder this whole city. I'll kill the black guy too.
So what is progress?
R.I.P. my Frozone.
So what does, what is What is progress then?
I feel like you believe that there is an efficacy in approaching these conversations with logic, nuance, and information. And most voters do not consume it in that way. So how do we, with some degree of efficacy, have that conversation? Because I would argue Theo Von going on the pod, whatever, like, I didn't know he was Nicaraguan either. Like, that was like a hilarious revelation. I would argue Theo going, oh man, there's nuance to this. My feelings on this are nuance. Well, if that triggers XYZ person into XYZ Theo listener into thinking a little differently and a little bit more intricately about an issue, it's a fucked up path to get there. But I think that's progress. Because
but then I see Theo crying about kids in Palestine, and then have JD Vance on and talk about going to his house for the pool party, and I go, man, you're either scamming or you just live in completely different worlds, and there's just no accountability. I mean, Trump showed above anyone else. Who was the Howard Dean went,
yeah. And then
it was
lost
the end of his
immediately.
campaign. I can't even imagine explaining that to a child now. that was the end of his political career.
Yeah. Why? He was too excited.
And I blame social media ultimately for the inability to like pin anything on anyone or maintain any level of accountability. But if none of us kind of take a moment and go, if we don't hold each other accountable, even if it's on like a person-to-person level, or in my view, my territory, which is comedy, art, if I'm not making my noise in my little area, I mean, aren't we all just going to slip into, well, who gives a fuck?
I guess. Yeah.
Who are you? What do you think what about the people going to Riyadh who, I mean, the bottom line is you're closer to these people than I'm in terms of like, you know,
I'll see them.
You'll see them sooner than me. You'll see them.
You'll see them today.
You'll see them in the party that I can't get into.
You're going to be at some festival after party in 4 years, and then just one festival organizer is going to come over. Yeah, we hate to ask you to leave, but
yeah,
so-and-so's over there, and he's wanting you to leave.
I know.
Can I go over there and say something? No, it'd be best if you just did. And then you're going to go live from in front of that venue. And add him and ask him to come out and talk to you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, your question.
How do you feel? Are there any? Do you look at any of the people in our field? I mean, ultimately, our field, and go, I think what you're doing is not great.
I wish that the people who had audience sometimes asked better questions. But as a person who sat on a show and asked the types of questions that I hoped those comedians would ask those same types of guests, I've gotten no results. And I've seen these people not change their mind. Like if you got to go back and watch the Tim Burchett episode of it. There's clips of it all over YouTube where we're just fucking dunking. Like, it's blatant. It's not like Bill Maher where I call you out, but then I also say, but there's some good things that you, like, no. We were just fucking body slamming this for an hour.
Yeah.
And it's like Drago in the corner. He does not break. He is like piece of iron. I cannot break him. So do I wish that there was more of a thing in the questioning? Sure. But I'm not trying to like fucking return serve to you. But if you're asking me what is the efficacy of that, if the ultimate goal of the message we spread is to hopefully influence the world to be a better place, I believe just calling people a piece of shit to their face over and over again has not held true.
Sure, and I don't disagree with you, but that's where I go, well, then maybe comedy isn't the sphere to have politicians on to begin with, because there are moments where someone can be in an interview. I mean, Frost Nixon, as a classic example, where someone was in the right space where an interviewer was able to get something that changed the public consciousness. Maybe it didn't change him as a person, but a moment that that made people see something new. And I guess my argument is that if comedy, or if whatever space you inhabit, and I include podcasts in that, is not capable to do that, whether it's because of the nature of the format or that people don't view podcasts in a serious light, then maybe all you're doing by having a politician on is giving them visibility. And better, if you're looking to do good, to cultivate good people making good things, or abandoning the premise and just being funny. But I go because I don't disagree, and I'm sure you went hard on that person. And I go, well, maybe the moment that this could have an impact with a politician in the public sphere is over, and now they're just getting a clip.
I agree with that. Shame is no longer a weapon to influence politicians on either side. That's gone. So do I wish that my comedic colleagues on their podcasts, when they had dangerous people on, would take the approach that I've taken that is proven to be ineffective over the last decade? I wonder what this evolves into, like not just the call out culture from comics within our community, but more so the reflectiveness of, oh shit, it's like the soybean farmers that are all like fucked up bad because they're selling, the U.S. is getting soybeans from China. I don't know agriculture, but
Sure.
whatever. It's sitting on a tractor crying, and I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Because he clearly can't pay for the tractor.
Sure.
And it's like, oh, okay, well, maybe that's a guy that'll call in to whatever the call-in show is that's right-wingy. And maybe he'll go, hey, man, Steve from Iowa, I just think the fucking administration, if at minimum they just go fuck Trump and let's get somebody else in 2028, okay, I do think that there's a little bit of suffering that has to have happened for this education to really hold true. And I think that over the next 3 years, you ain't got to have to come together and have a kumbaya, but I don't think 4 years of what the fuck did you think was going to happen, motherfucker?
I agree
It's
completely.
not a sustainable position to have to change shit. Get your lick back. Because it feels good to go, hey, you dumb motherfucker. That's why you ain't got no soybean sales, didn't you? Yeah, you're hungry now, ain't you, bitch? Because you vote. I mean, there's the...
You can't take that position when you lost the popular vote. You really can't. You have to take that hit.
It's like you can laugh at deported Latinos for Trump for a couple of weeks. Get your chuckles in. But then, it becomes, all right, when the Latino Republican comes on XYZ right-wing podcasts or Fun Time fucking whatever podcast, do I expect that podcast host to fucking have a sensible conversation? Okay, well, what now? And where is this headed? I don't know if they're capable of that. And even if they were, do the voters have the ability to comprehend the information on that level? Like, it's so fucked up. That's why football coaches win elections in the South, because it's just, he did that good. Like him.
Of course.
But I do feel like there's a difference though of like a political comedy show. Like there's at least a thought of, we know what this is. We who are doing it and the audience watching it are like, oh, the Daily Show, your show, like this is a political comedy show. It's a little different than a show where there aren't as many rules and they don't have to ask tough questions. It can just be about making someone seem nice and good.
Correct.
So it does feel like
washes
there's
them a little bit.
rules.
And a lot of politicians use podcasts as a way to normalize themselves and humanize themselves, even though they have dehumanizing policies that they're pushing. And you go, oh, he's a cool motherfucker. He came on. He came on the show and did the picks for the big game this week. Tell me your NFL picks, Mr. Nazi right winger. I get it, but I just don't know. There has to be a rewiring in politics, TV, political satire about if you're trying to reach people to any type of degree. I think liberals just being angry for 4 years ain't sustainable.
I want a political show where I go, no politicians. I go, is it unfathomable to believe that there could be a political show, a political comedy show that's just no politicians? That is so, back where they would go like, back in the day, they go, politicians, they're slimy as a politician. Like, I would love if we could create an ethos in America that all politicians are psychopaths. I think it would do so much good. The same way that, like, Republican might reply to me like, "Oh, you probably just wish Biden was so," and I'm like, "No, I don't. I hate them all." And the problem is, the moment you start interacting with people, you see them for who they are as human beings, and you start overlooking the impact and effect that they have. And I think real criticism, sometimes you have to do it from a distance. And I don't know. I just, rather than whenever people go, are they doing both sides? I want to scream like, can't we just do against people in power, critiquing it constantly in a way that would make them not want to even come on?
Don't even want to run for the job. Don't even want the position. I don't know. The Brits do it best. And
Really, you think so?
what's wild is that
They have short elections, right? Like short.
Yeah,
they don't
yeah.
get to run. But here, people are running constantly, forever.
And with the American spirit, it doesn't even when you're not running, Trump's running as he's winning. I mean, it's like we've lost. We'll never get that.
none
Not
of
in
this
this
is
country.
going back to what was. And that's even before social media rage bait, clickbait, disinformation, red pilled ideologies, where you have people now who are so hell bent on believing one thing. And then on top of that, you got single issue voters.
Yeah.
Way more single issue voters. Because shit's more, there's more atrocities
Yeah.
to fucking be single issued about. So it's hard to get people to see their humanity or put their humanity second in exchange for somebody else's when they feel like they've been waiting for justice for XYZ amount of time. Like that's the part of it that's fucking hard, bro. So I don't know how you rewire this, because if you go no politicians, okay, cool. Are you gonna go no journalists? Are you gonna go no pundits? Are you gonna go no activists? Because each person is informed by their own.
And we'll get there.
well
but the
of
face
knowledge.
on the ticket, can we start with that line? That's just how I'm viewing it right now, because it feels so futile. And I also reflect on, when I was just a happy, smiling Democrat with an I'm with her sticker on my laptop before I knew anything of anything. And I go, oh, maybe there was too much cozying up with these folks. And maybe if they didn't, when Colbert had seen Biden looking old, he would have gotten his show even earlier and been like, that guy was looking bad.
Yeah.
But they're friends and they're nice and they got a dinner.
I remember, so when ABC News broke the story about Biden being too old to run, I think we're into that George Clooney op-ed.
Yeah.
Pressure. There's rumors that Obama called and cussed everybody out. And you motherfuckers better get it together. And I get a call off the record from, and I won't say what outlet, but it was who broke the Biden old? It doesn't fucking matter. It was ABC News. Who gives a fuck?
Was that the headline? Biden.
It's a really funny
old.
breaking news.
Breaking
Biden
news.
old.
Well, I got a call from a reporter off the record, and they were trying to track kind of the when did he start showing signs of old
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
So they were like literally going through like the last 3 years of Biden activities, and if anybody's been around him, and so they call me. Don't even know how they got my number. Fucking shout out to ABC News.
Yeah.
Solid report.
Incredible work.
Motherfucker calls me out the blue, and they're like, yes, with the correspondence dinner, when you exchange handshakes, how did the handshake feel? Was it a good handshake, or did it feel like your frailty? Like,
Did he miss your hand?
Yeah, they're like down to the granular detail of your. We also heard you were at the White House when the Golden State Warriors went, which I was, and you had a quick interaction with the president. There's rumors that there's a book where there's words in the book so he can remember who you are. And you need to, did he not remember you? Did he remember?
God. And if you say a word, every article's
article.
comedian Roy Wood Jr.
Yeah.
said.
And I've never been that close to a president before. I have been around politicians in Alabama when I used to do morning radio. And there would be like state reps or whatever. And they would have the whisper motherfucker next to them who knew everybody in the room.
Yeah.
And it was, that's Roy Wood Jr. He's the host of the #1 morning show. And then he comes over, Roy, how you doing?
Yeah.
I don't like. I don't. It's like you want to tell the reporter the truth and say what you saw, but you also don't know whether or not that's normal or not. And I'm like, all right, if I tell you this, how is this going to be twisted into a way that I didn't fucking say? And then it seems like the fucking thing. So we've got.
You can feel when they have the narrative already, and all you're doing is giving them your own self to build it.
Yeah, and so it's like, how do you have guests on that don't have the same political spin intentions for policy as the politicians that they support? That's the trick with all of this, is that you want agnostic hosts, but we also need semi-agnostic guests that are entertaining and can clip well.
Sure.
And look decent.
Sure, I agree. But just fucking imagine what was the Comedy Central? Imagine Tough Crowd and Al Gore comes on for an episode. It'd be like, get him off. Why is this here? It would feel so out of place.
They would demolish
and I think
Al Gore.
that would be nice.
Yeah, but you would need resident hosts, like resident roundtable. I don't think you could rotate that in week to week. You'd need people that know their shit, that are like really serious about it. You know, some from the right as well. Or is it just people that just understand that all politics is a fucking cesspool, and you start from that place, but sooner or later you got to vote for one of them.
Yeah.
So then, I'm not saying you got to endorse a candidate.
But when I'm doing my research, I shouldn't be able to watch Real Time with Bill Maher. I should have to read. Or I should have to watch like the most boring, if I really want to do it. We were talking, this is probably close enough to talk about the Van Jones thing on Bill Maher.
Oh, Gaza Baby joke or whatever
I mean,
said.
Vile shit.
Yeah,
Vile shit.
Then
Gaza Baby, P. Diddy, Gaza Baby.
Yeah, then they dug in the crates on Van and found more clips. I know he came out and apologized about what he said on Mar.
Yeah,
but then after that, they were like, "Oh no, brother, we have a file."
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. But it's just a matter of, it's just like, again, it's like the conflation of comedy and fact, where I go like, you want to do comedy about theoretical dead babies? You want to make like a dark joke? Be my guest.
Just like land.
Yeah, just like land. But you go here and you literally, you take the absurdity of comedy and but the subject you're talking about are actual dead babies, and then you create a very powerful propaganda that uses the guise of comedy to penetrate through.
It wasn't just that. It was also, he said that the algorithm showing you all of that was propaganda.
Yeah, maybe he said misinformation.
Yeah,
and were the babies real though?
Yeah,
were the babies real? Then how is that misinformation? Yeah. You're saying that it's making you focus on something, but you're misusing the word misinformation.
Correct.
Purposefully.
So if he's a guest on your show, then what do you do in that moment?
I don't. Well,
because he's not a politician.
Sure. First, I probably wouldn't.
But you don't know. Here's the thing. But of course you wouldn't now. But if you go back 10, 15 years, if you dig in the crates and find some old classic Van Jones, he was probably a cool guy that you would have been the type of pundit you would have loved to have had on the show.
I'm sure.
And all of these people eventually grow into something that is different from what their genesis was.
Sure.
So your thirst to have a balanced show that properly and informed critique of the government, that is also entertaining to people who watch the fucking Masked Singer.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Masked Singer.
Shout out.
I know one of the writers. I don't want to. I'm talking
what are they
shit
writing?
About him. Like, well, the singing. I don't know.
Someone's got to pick those songs that they sing.
They're writing the bump to the break. We'll be back with more Masked Singer after this. I think that we have the challenge of trying to make complicated topics entertaining and simplistic. And the topics at hand are not, they're neither. I feel like sometimes, like, one of the toughest things I used to deal with at Daily Show, oddly, I don't get this as much as CNN, but at Daily Show, you get hit with you're not talking enough about this DM, which is a different type of, like, death threat. I can do it, or, fuck you, whatever, stupid, But when somebody goes, hey, that was a nice story, but also it'd be cool if you could get into and it's international stuff. And it's people that are like, hey, man, I'm hitting you right now from this desolate place on a stolen sat phone with my last 3% battery. Could you make mention of this thing?
Yeah.
And I don't know how to do that in a funny
way. Yeah.
Because I'm on fucking Comedy Central and I come on after South Park. So no,
Yeah.
there was and I don't know how true it was. I feel like it was true because it was just, I don't know, certain emails just read, a DMs just read in a way that's just like, that's probably real. And it's people, outside the airport in Kabul when they're shutting down the airport. Mm-hmm. And you're reading this DM from this person and they're telling you what's going on. And journalistically, and how much of this can you verify? And that's not a reporter, and but you just want to say something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You want to bring some sort of attention to it, but then there's the restriction of the platform. And so it's like, on the one hand, if I had my own show at the time, or own podcast, then there's ways to talk about it and bring light, bring awareness,
sure,
not light. But how do you decide which fucking fire to put out when someone's constantly gonna go? Because on the one hand, on the right, it's, well, you're not taking the fire serious enough. And then on the left, it's, well, you're not speaking up for all the fires. And it's like, well, fucking, I'm one fucking dude. I'm one show. Our style is this. This is our contribution to the betterment of democracy. I don't know what to tell you. And
is that how you see your show? This is my contribution to the betterment of democracy?
Yeah, that's how I've seen Daily Show. That's how I've seen my stand-up. That's how I've seen, even CNN. Now, granted, television is different from your own independent shit, but because television is this groupthink project that also falls under a corporation and their ideologies, and there's only so many you can say before you fuck up the money, and then they Jimmy Kimmel you for fucking put you in the penalty box.
Yeah.
So you only get so much freedom of speech, which, bookmark that. I don't agree that this is a fight against the First Amendment, and you're not fucking Lenny Bruce. Millionaires are being bullied by billionaires, yes. But this is not the same.
Yeah.
Carlin in a paddy wagon.
Of course. Of course.
Motherfuckers are stretching that a little bit. But the idea.
But doesn't it start somewhere first and then it gravitate towards?
Of course, it just trickles down. But they make it seem like it's so when the Kimmel shit was happening, I got again fucking ABC News, bro. I get another call from a reporter, and this was true. There were people that were starting to make calls on comedians to cancel their appearances on other ABC shows. Now, I don't know how much went into the Kimmel return. I know there's shareholder shit, and then there's Kimmel could have sued him out the ass, and then there's people are canceling Disney Plus, whatever. I think a couple of prominent showrunners were like, we're never going to develop with ABC until Kimmel. And so I'm supposed to be on The View at the end of October. And so,
and The View is causing problems for everyone. The View has stirred up more shit.
That's Tamron Hall. I got a lot of ABC. Good Morning America. I got a lot of ABC shit coming up.
And you're promoting your book for The View.
Yeah, well,
That's a good audience for books.
Women be reading.
Women be reading.
Yeah.
Let's upgrade
You
that.
gotta
adage.
be on The View.
Women be shopping for the books.
Women be
But then
reading.
they be reading them.
So I got a call from one or two different organizations, major unions, and they were like, we're just calling you to kick the tires and see where you're at. And now, mind you, it's like Kimmel got pulled off Wednesday. It's Friday morning, and they're like, would you consider cancel? I'm like, first of all, y'all mobilizing too fast. Let's wait till
Wait
Monday.
till the end of October. Let's wait a little bit more. Let's just see. Let's see how this plays.
But they want the pressure on right away.
Yeah.
You know, the Roy Wood announces fuck ABC. Never put him on Abbott Elementary. Like
Roy Wood says no to Abbott Elementary.
And I don't know if I'm ready to let's wait to see this get bad.
Yeah.
And then, all right, we'll see. Maybe I will. That might be the right thing. Like if ABC turns into the new Riyadh Comedy Festival, where how dare you go on that place that suppresses the freedom of speech? Yeah,
And they got a big flyer of all the View's guests coming up.
You know what's fucked up about all these TV shows? You're hella accessible when you walk into the building.
Yeah.
Like God bless LA, because you're on a studio lot. There's a maze. You can't find me walking onto the set. New York City, you just got to get off the train and just walk through the front
30
door.
Rock, we're all going through the same door.
It's the same door.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on, y'all don't have a secret elevator 2 blocks away that I can fucking take and walk under a tunnel?
I've been into 30 Rock to be on such vastly different budgeted shows in this world. Where I'm like walking in there, I'm like, oh, man, I can't believe I'm here right now. And I was like, oh fuck, okay, here we go.
I just think, bro, that we want people who have the power of influence to always be aware of it and conscious of it. And I just don't think that the people who host a lot of those shows have ever cared about things at the stakes at which they are now. And
I don't disagree, but I go, I'm sorry, tough shit. You're the number one podcast in the world. Sorry. I'm sorry for the bad news. You have all this power, you have all this money. I wish we did live in a different world where it was more spread out attention as well.
Did we ever, like in the sense of, hey, you've got more money and responsibility now. Hey, your podcast number one, so you need to ask better questions. Thanks, the public. Oh, okay. But if the public is informed by, does this candidate like Alabama or Auburn? Like I wouldn't want somebody on a Barstool Sports podcast. Barstool built their brand doing exactly that. Don't fucking ask about trade policy.
Sure.
To this person. Now, how do you have them? You're saying just don't have them on at all.
Especially if we're going to make levels. Let me put it at number one level. If you are currently running for a political office, the same way that I go, you're in a different category. Have Trump on the next day, or wait a month, or before he announces the run. But like, let's just make that standard.
They're gonna. He's supposed to be suing again about not getting equal time on something.
And then they're going to give some kind of donation.
I don't know. It's just I hear you on that. My point with the Afghanistan story was that what I often get from my side is like, whereas they go, you're not asking. We go to right wingers. You're not asking all the right questions or taking this serious. I get, you're not attacking all of the issues. You need to be talking more about the other things. Good job on that. But did you know statistic, depression? Yeah. And then you'll get those DMs like from the same person every 3-4 months, still waiting on you to address. Still watching, still not a mention of the thing. And I don't know. It just depends on the show and what it's set up to do, man. Like I look at all of this shit like firefighting, in that fucking fire truck shows up, couple dudes go in and check for people, 2 dudes go on the roof, they vent the smoke to increase visibility, reduce the heat. 1 guy's poking windows, and then 2 other people go in with the hose, and another guy's up the street hooking the hose up to the fucking hydrant to the truck to get the hose. Everybody has a job. And your job is your job. And that's it. You're the roof motherfucker. Do roof shit. No one goes up to roof motherfucker and goes, why aren't you doing water shit? So I feel like, to a degree, certain shows have their place in this greater political ecosystem, and asking roof dude to do water or to do rescue, we're asking these groups to do things that they're not qualified to do.
I don't disagree.
Nor will they
I'm
ever
looking
be
at the
qualified
podcast.
to
I'm
do.
like, please
I
don't
feel
have
like
the
roof
match
dude
holder
is-
on the show. Let's real quick. Let's because I did like a power skim, like a reel, because this comedian tells you to watch their special, gives you, say, hey, I got a new special. You go, okay, I'll try to fit that in. Yeah. Books are new. I get through 3 fucking books a year, but I got through like the first half. And it was great.
I should have given them the.
Well, you got.
You know
got
what I
like
got to do? I need to start having them tell certain pods to read certain chapters. Because you would have
How much is
loved,
Whoopi reading of this?
Dude, I don't know. Some of them motherfuckers, you know who really read all this shit is Gayle King.
Really?
Gayle King, no audio books either, bro. Gayle King be on that flip shit every.
That's incredible. Wow.
I don't know how she does it, but Gayle King read for real. But no, the last chapter was about this comic I knew who killed himself. There's like 2 comic chapters near the back end, but. Yeah, I'm sorry, but thank you for reading. Thank you.
No. I mean, no. It was really. I just want to say it was very good.
Thank you.
And it's also cool because we've talked about, or I've seen you talk about certain parts and being like, oh shit, here's the full fleshed out thing. What were the 2 comics? Do I know either of them?
One is, I can't say his last name because I don't want to get sued by his widow. Its name is Spanky. I guess I could say that because I say that in the book. Then the other one was Michael Roof. He was a guy that stage name was Chicken. He was real hot shit. Because the book essentially is just lessons I learned from men throughout my career other than my dad. Because my dad died when I was 16 and the relationship was weird, and you learn what the best parts of your parents are so you can be better to your kids. Yeah. Which is it's part of why I wrote the book. It's just like, oh, well, who did I learn good values from? I made a list. The best stories got in the book. The rest of them will be on a one-man show or some shit. Sure. Yeah, but I didn't even know they sent you the book. Because I would have, because Michael Roof, man, that was a dude. I don't know. I'm going to ask you a terrible question.
Go for it.
But it's for a reason. How many dead comedians do you know? Ballpark.
It can't be that. I mean, Kenny Ortega.
Regardless of cause of death, just
sure. And like when you say no, you mean like I was on the line
interacted with. It affected you when you learned of it, because there's some that die and you just didn't know them, you didn't work with them, never been in the same room.
To be honest, not that many. There's one that like I was at the funeral, and I think just one.
I've never gone to a comedian's funeral.
Yeah.
Oh no, I never will. I'll send money. I'll do all of the fucking GoFundMe, whatever you want me to do. I'm not going.
Why?
To the funeral. I'm not a fan
of funerals.
Of funerals in general.
In general.
Are you going to any funerals or just you have a rule for comedians?
Really. I just don't.
What was the first funeral you went to?
My Aunt Mary, 2nd grade, DUI. She got hit by because I was smiling just as I said. She was drunk. she was hitting people.
She died doing what she loved.
My Aunt Mary, and then
was it traumatic?
Yeah, because she was young, bro. She was like late 20s.
Yeah.
And then it broke my uncle, because my uncle, she died a block from the house. She had just pulled out the driveway. My uncle heard the crash. Oh. And so then to be at the funeral, and my uncle's ex-army and hoorah and all of that shit, and he's broke down at that fucking casket, man. That shit. I don't know. I've never been a fan. I had a classmate that
By
died
the way,
in high school.
no one's a fan. I've never met anyone who's like, I cannot wait.
I love funerals.
I love them. But for some people that can be, for this particular one, he died. It was one of those COVID. He went in the hospital. They started GoFundMe for treatment. And then I remember waking up being in this room and being like, man, I haven't heard from that GoFundMe in a while. Wonder how it's going. And I went to GoFundMe and it changed to GoFundMe for the funeral.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is not what I paid for.
As I sat and started like writing the book, and granted, I started comedy in '98, so the numbers around 30 dead comedians that I know.
Wow.
There's about 10 or 15 are suicide.
Wow.
And then there's about another less than 10 that's like overdoses or accidental whatever drug in the system, toxicology, death. And then the rest is like, all right, accident or bike or, some heart attack or COVID or like things that not your fault type of stuff. Yeah. But, with the reason why I wrote about Michael Roof, and it's not like, because the book is just any lesson that I learned from a man, even if I only knew them briefly, was he's one of the few comics that I knew, and people really got to Google him, man. He, in the 90s, he was one of the last comedians. Have you ever heard about the chicken deal in Montreal? So his stage name was Chicken. And so in Montreal, the Montreal Comedy Festival in its heyday was the go-to place for a comedian to NFL, NBA Combine. You ball out here, you're leaving with a sitcom, you're leaving with a check for hundreds of thousands of dollars, a holding deal, you're getting an hour special.
Yeah, we get it, Roy.
Blowjobs.
My girlfriend didn't give me one.
Yeah, you didn't have a good showcase. And so Chicken was one of the last comedians to go there and just fucking demolish, bro. He fucking demolished that bitch. Did so well at Montreal. I think it was WB. Yeah, it was WB, baby. A network. Like, you go to Montreal, you're supposed to be there for a week and do all of these shows and go to all the mixers. He ripped so hard the first show, they paid him to leave town so that he wouldn't be poached by someone else.
Oh my God.
Do you understand how hard you have to demolish at fucking comedy?
That's out of this world.
Hey, here's a 6-digit check.
Wow.
Name the city. We have a jet. But you have to leave town right now. We're going to sign you. No one's going to steal you from us. Demolishes. Goes on, has a great career. Does some acting for a while. And I ran into him about a year before his death. And we were playing a room, and for the most part in the story, we're playing a room that for a man of his career trajectory at that point, he shouldn't have been playing. Or the fact that, oh shit, I'm back to this for a while. Because when you go from stand-up to dramatic acting and then back to the road, that's jarring because you're not supposed to make that type of regression. And so whatever happened. And I remember his energy distinctly at the gig, and just, I've never, there's nobody that I know who has committed suicide who I could look back and go, oh yeah.
Sure.
Saw it coming. Mm-hmm. I should have called him last night. I knew he was gonna. There's people that I've laughed and joked with the night before they did it to themselves. So it wasn't like you saw signs or recognized anything, but there was just something off about the body language and the energy and the thirst and the excitement to do the craft. And I've seen you love it because I've opened for you before, And when I was getting ready to quit the Daily Show, he was the only person I was thinking about. And I couldn't stop thinking about that lack of excitement for the thing, and then going, okay, I should stop this. And I'm not going to sit here and act like, this idea of, well, that's the first signs of suicide. It's not liking your job. But if I saw him and that happens to him, and then a couple months later he's gone, then for me, I don't know what happens between those two fucking mile markers, but I'm not going to fucking find out.
Yeah.
I have the freedom and the ability, I'm going to go find something else. And it was the first time I really sat and looked at my life and realized how fucking lucky I've been since 98, bro, to even in the struggle years, to always be happy where I was. I've always been sleeping in a bus station, fucking happy, ironing my suit on a fucking baby changer, ecstatic, sleeping in my car. I used to sleep out in Staten Island in front of the police station. I figured out if you sleep in front of the police station in the passenger side of the car, the cops don't fuck with you. Well, I don't know if they will now. They probably might fuck you up now. But in those days, you could sleep passenger side, and if a cop knocked on the window, I would say my friend is inside giving a statement.
Yeah.
And they would just leave you be. Wow. And you could just, and I would sleep, because that felt like the safest place.
Yeah.
To sleep was that. Airports aren't bad, but the parking decks are expensive. Same with hospitals, they charge. But I was never sad. I never dreaded the job. I always loved the job, and he was the first person that I interacted with in this craft who didn't love it anymore for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Something was fucking with him, and I don't know, man. Like, that shit just stuck with me. And
how was this set?
Oh, it crushed, but it's material he didn't want to do anymore.
Yeah.
Because you got to think about the arc, right? He does Montreal, crushes, gets a solo sketch show on. It's the first year of the WB, so they're rolling out the fucking cash. It's like fucking him and Buffy, like, just motherfucking got a lead in, like, fucking killing it. Then ends up in a bunch of fucking, like, I don't know, Ridley Scott and fucking Vin Diesel movie. Like, he has an arc.
Yeah.
And the shit's going. So once you're doing the dramatic acting, you're not fucking working the stand-up muscle as much as you want. What if I told you right now you could start comedy, but you have to do the jokes from 10 years ago? Right now.
Roy, that's my act.
It's I did not know him well enough to offer a gang of speculation on how he got to that place. But I saw you once, and you were on top of the world, and I saw you again, and you were disgustingly frustrated and demoralized by this industry or whatever inner demons you had. And if I'm to believe that the choices we make start with making sure that everything around you is somehow healthy or pouring into yourself positively, then I have to make the decision expeditiously to do something that makes me feel good again. And so that was part of why I left the show, was because, I mean, we've talked about this before about why. Here are the factors on why I'm frustrated.
Sure.
But just at the end of the day, are you happy here? No, I think there's something better out there. All right, go get it.
Yep.
Because you don't know what's going to happen between then and whatever's on the other side of not doing that. And I don't know, every story's not that dark in the book. I'm sorry. But
It's a great book. Let's go to our next segment. This has got to stop.
This has got to stop.
Roy, do you have this got to stop for us?
hang on, I got it in my phone. I have two. The first one is, if I'm on the grill, stop standing so close to me while I'm cooking the food, motherfucker. It's coming. Tired of that shit.
Okay,
man.
that's a good one. You've grilled before.
Yeah.
Yeah. People come close. I could see myself thinking, I'm like, maybe this will speed it along. No. I hope they know that I'm hungry over here.
Yeah, it doesn't. And they're just all over your show. Hey, what you doing? I'm cooking the shit. I don't work here. I'm not paid to be here.
This isn't Benihana. We're not doing any tricks.
There's such a lack of respect for the person on the grill at most cookouts, and people just come over. Yeah, when the veggies coming up?
Yeah.
Are you the supervisor? Like it's such a weird power trip to just come up to someone who's cooking for free, smoking out their good outfit,
Yeah.
for you, and go, yeah, I was taking the. This fucking lady asked me one time. She goes, "The chicken's not touching the fish, is it?" So what if it is? What you gonna do?
Yeah.
If I lie to you, you gonna. What?
Is it a Hasidic woman?
I don't know. I don't know religion meat laws anymore.
Yeah.
I learned them real fast. Oh, so I didn't know. Speaking of the Hasidic stuff, I didn't know that you weren't supposed to put cheese and beef together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I went to a Hasidic deli or like a kosher deli once, and I asked for coffee and with milk. I asked for milk, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, we don't have milk." And I did one of those like, "Come on, just bring me the milk. Come on. I know. Yeah, we
real,
don't do
man.
milk here.
Yeah,
Go the special fridge."
It's like 10, 15 years ago. You got to remember, man, I'm a dumb Alabama boy, and I grew up literally just black people, white people. All I knew was Christians and Catholics. There's Jewish people in Birmingham. Never really interacted with them on a level of
Sure.
I know about, like, I knew about the sink thing because I rented a spot in LA from a Jewish woman, and she had the divided sink where one half,
Yes.
no meat on this side of the sink. And she was like explaining it to me. I'm like, if it's not in the lease,
It's tough.
I'm putting meat in both sides. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about.
My girlfriend's sister is still Orthodox, and they went to London. They had to go to the ocean to wash the plates and the spoons and the knives, and it's tough. I gotta hold my mouth.
Bro, we went to the Dead Sea. Shit, this is at least 15 years ago. We go to the Dead Sea, and there's a gift shop near the little entrance to the water and all of that. And they got the burgers and the microwavable burgers in the thing, and you vent it and take it to the microwave over there. And it got all burgers, no cheese. And then they have like cheese sandwiches. It's just lettuce and shit on it. I just wanted a cheeseburger. So bought a burger, bought a cheese sandwich, went to the microwave, put that bitch together, threw it in that bitch, microwaved it, come back out, walking around, eating goddamn cheeseburger. In a Transformers t-shirt. This is how American I am. I'm walking around in a Transformers t-shirt, eating a cheeseburger, Dead Sea. And like the guy that's with us, he comes over, he goes, hey man, I know you didn't mean anything by it, but I'm just over here. And that was when I learned about that part. Like they don't teach you that at customs. Like I didn't know.
Yeah.
Is it on me to read about it?
You go
Maybe.
through TSA, they stop before you come in.
Hey.
Just so you know, it's annoying.
Yeah.
What's your second that's got to stop?
Give me. I got it right here. Give me 1 second.
Ty, do you have we'll do it real quick.
This is
This is for a patron. Join the Patreon. Submit your own This Guy Stops. Patreon.com/downside.
this is from Ambius. This has got to stop having a text conversation with someone and they keep responding with voice messages. If I wanted to talk, I would have called. This forced me to either stop my music or play the voice message in public or whatever. No.
Yeah, voice messages are tough. It's a matter of taste. You got to know who you're talking to.
I think the rules are different. You can send a voice message thing. It is weird when you're like the other person is texting and then you're responding with voice. Like then it's like, oh, they
have a good flow. You and I go back and forth sometimes.
Yeah.
But I hear you. You gotta. You can tell them. Tell them.
Tell them.
Type the shit,
Yeah.
or just get them back. Do a voice where you're like, hey, wait 1 second, just stand.
Also, I always forgive someone if they'll respond and they're like, hey, sorry, I'm moving, blah, blah, blah. I gotta. Then it's like, okay, well, they're acknowledging that this is,
Also, doesn't it like convert to text though?
Now there's a little bit.
Now there is, yeah.
Yeah, feel free to use the AI, like my producer suggested.
System
Oh,
update.
that's where we draw the line? That's where we draw.
I'm kidding, Ty.
The one time AI
righteous-
makes sense and
righteous-
now you're like, no.
Righteous G
you're
over
right.
here.
It should write jokes for you. That's what it should do.
Thanks, Ty.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm doing.
I will add one caveat to the voice notes though. like if it's someone that you're into or kind of dating or kind of getting flirty with or whatever, if you can't call them or you're not in a position to call, the voice note is like it's the new age handwritten letter in a way. Hey, it's just me. I was just thinking about you. I just want you to just want to tell you blah blah blah. No need to reply to this. You have to give them the clearance.
Yes.
To not. You don't have to do anything.
Absolutely, and it's also kind of like a voicemail. It's kind of like, I think it operates in the same capacity. Actually, better than a voicemail.
Way better than
I think at nighttime, something my girlfriend goes to bed early, I'll leave a voicemail so she wakes up, and I go, "Good morning, baby."
You're leaving the voicemail, not the voice memo.
Voice memo, no voice memo.
yeah.
Good morning, baby.
Yeah, I think that's nice.
Remember, I'm coming home today, so make something.
Yeah, this has got to continue. Actually.
Yeah, but people check voice notes. Just scroll. Just scroll.
Oh my God.
Those are just voicemails that I've just never checked.
Yeah.
These are all offers from Riyadh.
It's just never ending. It's just I'm not gonna.
Fine,
listen
Roy.
to all of
You
this.
drive a tough bargain. $5 million.
Well, you know Riyadh's got to run it back next year. This year's festival was such a great success. They're running out of stars. So anytime I see shit like that, I'm like, 3 years they'll get to me. I didn't get an offer this year.
Yeah.
You got to go through your mid majors next. Like next year, they'll go Earthquake. They'll make an offer to Earthquake, Mike Epps, because they had Kev this year. So if you had Kevin Hart and Chris Tucker, then the next offers will be Quake. Quake is on Netflix on a regular. Mike Epps is on Netflix on a regular. I'm like, well, they'll offer Birbiglia. He'll say no.
Yeah, he'll say no. You know what they're going to do? And this is where my shit will get fucked up. They're just going to buy JFL. They'll just fucking buy JFL.
Yeah, but you can still do something. You could do what Doug Stanhope did to JFL. You know the Just for Spite story.
Just for Spite, yeah.
It's the greatest shit ever. Held a festival across the street from the festival because he wasn't booked for the festival. Did it every year for 3 years to
Guess
the point.
what? For that one, I'll give you new faces.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
My other one is we got to stop calling rich people who pay to go to space astronauts.
Yes.
You are
tourists.
You are a person who went to space once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not an astronaut.
I flew in Rochester. I'm not a pilot. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I was watching some shit with my son. My son's deep off into aviation, and we were watching like how they assembled the International Space Station over the course of years. Just space Legos. Just a shuttle drives up, drop off some shit, put that together, come back, drop off some shit. It's like when you watch the birds build a nest one straw at a time. But this astronaut, in order to attach this solar panel, had to go on the longest spacewalk ever recorded just to attach this thing. And then the electrode shorted out. So we had to use his hand to do the bolt. That's a goddamn astronaut.
Yeah.
We need a new term. I think you got astronauts and you got assholes.
Motherfucker go to space and do a U-turn and come back home.
Can you imagine that movie? It stars Katy Perry too.
Yeah.
And she's going, what?
It's 12 minutes long or whatever it was. You know?
They're on ground control. They're like, they lost control. Katy Perry's got to do it. And they go, it's not going to happen.
It's not gonna happen.
Did you ever watch?
Say goodbye.
Wait, no, you're younger than me. You're too young to remember the movie Space Camp.
No.
Oh, bitch. Pull it up so you can read the Wikipedia summary. This was canon in the mid-'80s. So the Challenger disaster happens. And in an effort to get people reinvigorated about the space program, and hey, space is cool. There was a movie in the 80s, and this is the era of the Goonies. So you need to understand that this is the Stand By Me and the Goonies and the rebellious 13 and 14-year-old type films, right? And it was a movie in the 80s about a bunch of kids who went to space camp who accidentally got shot into space on an actual space shuttle and then had to navigate their way home, but first reckoned with an oxygen leak that would kill them all before re-entry.
Wow.
Did any of them die?
No, it's
Oh, come on. You got to
80s.
give one. Make it realistic.
It's the 80s, bro. Nobody died in the 80s. It was
Except the people on the Challenger.
it was a
Let's go to our final segment.
You better count your blessings.
episode. Blessings. I'll go first. I forgot to say this last time. If you can see on above Roy, Ty got me a gift. It's Goku and Gohan, and it's the studio's all new. We're still building it out, and it's a beautiful first piece of decoration. So thank you, Ty. Russell.
Yeah, my blessing this week is one of my oldest friends, Rachel, from childhood, 20 years, been friends. She came to see Ginger Twins. She's very supportive, and shout out to her.
Yeah, he's an off-Broadway show. What's your blessing?
I'm thankful to my mom in the city of Birmingham. You know, like my mom, man, has always been like ridiculously supportive of me. Mm-hmm. And as you know from the front half of that book, I tell a lot of her. I cannot talk about my dad without talking about how he treated my mom and how it affected me. So I'm trying to talk about me without putting her business on Front Street.
Yeah.
But I have to put a little bit of it out there for people to understand. And we finally
And a woman came out of the house with a baseball bat. And I'm not going to say who it was, but she was mad at my dad.
That woman deserved a baseball bat from my mom. She and I had a long talk about the book, and we're in a great place because there was a lot in there that she never knew that I was dealing with. Which is wild because you think your parents just know shit, but we just never talked. So, you know, there's that. And then also, you know, my hometown has been very supportive of the book and the pending release of it. So I'm thankful for that. I've always had the support of Birmingham, which I think is something that, you know, just says a lot because I always feel like when entertainment's done with me, that's where I'm going to go. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to be the dude that's back home. Like the way Uncle Luke coaches football and shit in Miami. He's like, boy, let me tell you about the good old days. Cocaine and coochie. It's going to be me with middle school baseball.
Where can people get the book?
Just go to roywoodjrbook.com. I read the audiobook as well. So
nice.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, just enjoy.
And anything else you want to plug?
No, I'm on tour, but when are you ever not on tour as a comic?
Yeah.
roywoodjrbook.com. It's all there. That's simple enough.
And check out the show.
Riyadh, please book me. My price is 400%.
Russell?
Yes, Russell J. Daniels at Instagram. We're in the final 2 weeks of Ginger Twinsies at the Orpheum Theater in New York, so come see it. It ends October 25th.
And I'm on tour all over. Just check it out. Got some international dates coming up soon. And please join the Patreon, patreon.com/downside. This is the downside.
That was a Headgum podcast.